Admiral Vex of the Galactic Confederation stood rigid, his four eyes narrowed as he observed the small human dwelling through the surveillance feed. The diplomatic mission to Earth had been going smoothly, too smoothly. Intelligence had indicated that humans were developing advanced battle simulations, and he needed to see for himself what the supposedly peaceful species was planning. The human settlement called Suburbia seemed innocent enough, but appearances were deceiving. Vex knew this better than most. His species had fought 3 interstellar wars before humans had even discovered electricity. "Sir, we've located the source of the tactical signals," his aide whispered. "It's coming from that dwelling. A single human occupant, young by their standards." Vex clicked his mandibles thoughtfully. "Show me." The holographic display shifted to show a human boy, no more than 12 Earth years old, seated before a glowing screen. His fingers danced across input devices while the screen displayed what was unmistakably a space battle. "Record everything," Vex ordered. "I want a full analysis." For 3 Earth hours, Vex watched in growing concern as the young human, whose parental units called him Alex, orchestrated complex fleet maneuvers. The simulation was crude by Confederation standards, but the tactics were troubling. "Sir," his tactical officer interjected, "the human child just executed a perfect Pincer 7 maneuver. That's a restricted tactical pattern, even among our veteran commanders." "Impossible," Vex muttered, but he had seen it with his own eyes. The human child had split his forces, baited the enemy into a seemingly advantageous position, then closed the trap with devastating precision. "There's more, sir. His resource allocation and fleet composition show an intuitive understanding of multidimensional warfare that." "I can see that," Vex snapped. This was far worse than anticipated. If human children were being trained in advanced warfare concepts disguised as entertainment, what were their actual military commanders capable of? "Sir, should we report this to High Command?" Vex hesitated. "No. I need to understand this better. Prepare a diplomatic visit. Low profile. I want to meet this human myself." Alex Thompson was having the best afternoon of his life. Fleet Commander 3 had finally gone on sale, and he'd spent his allowance money the instant it became available. 6 hours of gameplay later, he'd already unlocked the cruiser-class ships and was working toward battleships. The doorbell rang. "Alex," his mother called from downstairs. "Can you get that? I'm busy with dinner." Alex groaned, but paused his game. When he opened the front door, he found himself staring at the strangest person he'd ever seen. Though humanoid, the visitor had grayish-purple skin, 4 eyes, and wore what looked like an extremely formal suit. "Ah, hello," Alex said. "Greetings, young human," the visitor said in perfect but oddly accented English. "I am Dan. I represent an educational institution interested in human recreational activities." Alex stared. "You're an alien." The visitor's 4 eyes blinked in sequence. "That is correct. I am Admiral Vex of the Galactic Confederation. I would appreciate your discretion regarding my true identity when speaking with other humans." "Cool," Alex exclaimed. "Mom, an alien admiral is at the door." From the kitchen, his mother laughed. "That's nice, dear. Invite your friend in if you want, but homework before more video games." Admiral Vex seemed relieved by this response. "Your maternal guardian does not believe you." "Yeah, she thinks I'm making things up. Want to see my game?" Vex had expected many things from this encounter, but the human child's casual acceptance of his extraterrestrial nature wasn't one of them. Now, seated awkwardly on a small chair in the human's bedroom, he watched Alex demonstrate the game that had triggered every alarm in Vex's tactical analysis protocols. "This is the campaign mode," Alex explained, "but multiplayer is where it gets really interesting. People come up with the craziest strategies." "You invented these tactical maneuvers yourself?" Vex asked carefully. Alex laughed. "No way. I learned them from watching pros online. There's this one player, Star Commander 42, who does this amazing thing where he sacrifices his carriers to make you think he's retreating, but actually he's setting up a massive flank attack." Vex felt a chill run down his spine ridges. The tactic described was eerily similar to the Battle of Proxima Centauri, a classified engagement from the Third Galactic War. And this game, it is just for entertainment? Yeah, but I'm getting pretty good. Last tournament, I placed in the top 500 globally. Alex said this with pride, unaware that Vex was mentally calculating how many Confederation commanders could successfully execute the maneuvers this child performed for fun. May I try? Vex asked. Sure. Alex handed him the controller. It's pretty intuitive once you get the hang of it. 3 humiliating defeats later, Vex had an uncomfortable realization. The human wasn't using secret military training or advanced technology. The child simply possessed an intuitive understanding of spatial relations, resource management, and tactical thinking that, combined with thousands of hours of practice, had honed his natural abilities to a razor's edge. You're getting better. Alex encouraged after their 4th match, though Vex's forces had been thoroughly decimated. Thank you, Vex said distractedly, his mind racing. If this was merely a human child playing for enjoyment, what would humans be capable of when truly motivated? The implications were staggering. That evening, aboard his cloaked vessel, Vex drafted his report to High Command. Assessment of human military capability must be significantly revised, he wrote. Their young train in complex battle simulations disguised as entertainment. Their tactical thinking is developed not through rigid doctrine, but through creative play and competitive refinement. He hesitated before adding the final paragraph. Recommendation: immediate revision of diplomatic approach. The humans do not know what they are or what they might become. For a species that turns warfare into a game for children, actual conflict might awaken capabilities we cannot predict or counter. Peaceful engagement is not merely preferable, it is essential for Confederation security. As he sent the transmission, Vex remembered Alex's parting words. Come back tomorrow if you want. I can show you some easy strategies to get started. Perhaps he would. For diplomatic reasons, of course.